Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we are once again joined by the very talented Alberto Falcone. Alberto, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What have you been up to since we last
fine.
saw each other? People know now that we film multiple shows at the same time, and wear exactly the same clothes. Anyway,
me too. Me too.
Anyway, let's just get straight to it. What are you going to show us today?
I can show them as to make a different topiary.
All right. Okay.
Basically is a topiary as a shape, but then I show them how to fill with balloons all around the topiary, and also how to use it to make, I hope, a beautiful design.
Okay. Well, we've already got a BMTV Balloon Basics on how to make a standard topiary, but this is different, isn't it?
It's a little bit different in the techniques to do, because normally the classic topiary is a little bit, how you say, I don't know in English.
More loose?
Loose, exactly. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm sorry for my English.
No, it's good,
but,
it's good.
It's a little bit loose in the middle, and I want to create a very strong connection between the balloon. So I use it in a different way to do the top.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, before all, you have to stretch the balloons, and normally I used to stretch very much, because as you can see, these 5-inch are really overinflated.
Yeah, okay.
And to do it, you can use even the hand pump if you prefer. In this case, I have the possibility to use this equipment, so I inflate it a lot, like 1 second, and then I deflate totally, and I inflate to 0.8 seconds at the end.
Okay.
Okay, see, so each balloon is inflated exactly in this size.
Okay.
I have done 3 doublets, as tight as possible, so I can make like a 6 balloon cluster this way. Okay. And I need a second one. Is magically is already done.
Yeah, as we did before.
So now I can open this cluster in a 5 balloon cluster with 1 in the middle. Okay. And I do the same with the second one, but I have to put them in this position. Okay. So it's exactly like the topiary is. Yeah. And now by using 1260Q or 350Q as you prefer, I normally use it in this way. As you can see, I make like a hook, and I hang the balloon in this way, or I hold the balloon in this way, and then I have to pull these 2 parts of the 260 as much as possible, and wrap it around several times between the 2 6 balloon cluster, and pull all the time very much. Okay. So now they are very, very close together, very tight together. Yeah. And now I can also leave the 260 inside. And this is the topiary I use to make, just because I want a big and strong connection between the balloon, big strong pressure in the middle.
So that's really tight compared to a normal
really tight.
one.
If you compare with the classic way, it's totally different as a result. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, now I can finish this topiary. You know, the topiary normally is something that is a spherical shape. Yeah. You can see that if your topiary is well done by watching the topiary. All the time, any position you put it, you have to see 5 balloon cluster here with 1 in the middle. Okay. All the position you put it. Okay. All the time the same. Yeah. And you have 20 triangles. Yes. All around. This is the way to check and control your topiary as well. Okay. Now I can fill this space by using triplets, or a cluster of 3 in this way. I have done with 3 balloons, 3 5-inch, are inflated to 0.1 second, so are quite small. And to make the triplets, I normally use this technique. So I inflate 2.
That was quick.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, because it's just 1/10 of second.
Yeah,
So,
1/10 of a second.
Yeah, 10th of second.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, that's all right.
So I just I put the two 5-inch as I want to tie together, but I don't tie. I have to pull them very well, close each other, and now I hold them, the two necks in this way, but I don't tie them together.
Okay.
I tie them together by using the third one, so I can cross again, and then here I have one neck, here I have two necks, and I can just tie them together.
So why do you do it that way instead of
in this way? My triplets are very well connected together. I don't use two notes like normally. I use just one note, so they are very tight together, and is easy and faster as well.
It does look more even. It doesn't look like two balloons and one balloon.
Yeah,
it looks
exactly.
like
three balloons
together.
together.
Okay. Perfect.
So this is normally the technique I use. I start from one of them. Just tie a 260Q in this way, so I can pass this 260 exactly in the middle of the topiary. Must to pass exactly in the middle where you can. It's easy because when you put this one and you pull the 260, you can feel that it is going exactly in the middle. This is good, so I can just twist and come out from another of the space. Normally I used to come out to spaces that are close each other, and then I can put the second one. I use the same 260, just wrap around once, go back to the center of the topiary, and come back in the space that is close to the and you have to continue in this way. I know it can be boring because you have to do 20 times.
But do you do this all with one 260, or do you use another?
No,
one?
when finish the first 260, I attach.
Okay.
I tie the second one, the third one, and I don't know how many at the end I will need.
Okay.
So all the time I pass from the center, I go back, and then I tie the
Why do you always go back
triplet
to a gap that's next to the other one?
So I can see immediately the result I'm obtain. Can you see?
Oh,
I have all these small bubble that are exactly make exactly a circle around each of these 12 balloon of the top.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful result, as you can see, and very full. Or you can feel very well. Now, for example, I don't have enough 260, so I use another one. Basically, the color of the 260 you use, it can be the same like the topiary, it can be also different because if the topiary is well done, you cannot see this 260. So you can also use different colors. As you can see, I continue exactly in the same way. Just wrap around once. It's not necessary to twist more times.
Yeah.
And then do the same. Also, technically, my hands don't go inside the topiary. I'm working all the time out. You can see my hands are all the time out from the topiary. So I can really don't, modify the shape of the topiary.
Oh, there's other balloons here that are duplets.
Yeah, at the end will be, you need 60 5-inch to do all these circles around.
There you go, get rid of that. What do you think the most difficult technique is in our industry? For what you do, what's
the one we don't know yet.
Okay.
The techniques it's quite interesting because techniques are only techniques. All the techniques are very difficult we don't know how to do.
Yeah.
When we know how to do it, become easier and easier.
Yeah.
It's like to drive a car. When you just take your license, it's very difficult. And you drive in this way, you look all the time. Now we drive, and the same moment we speak to the telephone, we can do many other things. And because we already had the techniques, the right one, so we don't need to put all our attention.
So what's the thing that took you the longest to learn then, would you say? It was probably a long time ago.
Yeah, no. I still have some gap in my techniques. One of the gap that make me struggle is, for example, the weaving techniques.
Okay. Yeah.
With the 260s or 160 as the weaving they normally use the artists use to do dress, for example.
Have you seen Dr. Bob though? He just does weaving. He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, but it's something that you have to practice a lot. I remember once I was in a convention where the great Marvin Hardy was, and he had a class, and he told that to learn to twist in the right way, you have to learn three things. It was practice. So this is the real.
There's not anything in life, though, isn't it? Really, as you say, driving, twisting, dancing.
Yeah. Oh, dancing. I dance worse than twist.
Okay.
So
I dance worse than everybody.
I'm not a dancer at all.
I took tap dancing lessons once, a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah?
I really enjoyed it.
Oh.
I didn't do much more. I just like the noise they make.
Okay. Fantastic. No. I can do many other things, but
not dancing.
Not this. No. I'm like a piece of wood when I have to dance. But it's also something psychologically. I don't know. Or I'm really locked when I have to move some step on the ball dancing area. I don't know how to call it.
On the dance floor.
Oh, dance floor. You can you imagine? I don't know even the name of the things. Okay. Oh, I almost finished.
Oh, that's great.
I need a few more. I don't know where. I have to find. It's there. The other side.
There's only two more.
Yeah. One. Oh, and maybe we can leave the last one. I will not do it because I have to pass with the stand later. So I can do it, but later when I finish my composition. In this case, I just lock it here. And you can, as you can see, is a fantastic result.
And you can do this with bigger balloons if you want to.
Of course, if you do, you have to do with bigger balloon. You can do it. You just to have be very precise about the size of the small one.
Okay.
It has to be very strictly connected with the big one, because you see, this is a 3 balloon cluster. Another one has to touch exactly in the middle. Yeah. So you have just to take the size. No, you compose your topiary, and then before to start to inflate the small one, take the size of them.
So if you did 11-inch balloon, then what size would you do these ones to?
Really, I don't know the size.
Okay.
I'm not really a person that take all the time the size and write down the size. I'm much more, I don't know, like intuitive in doing the things. So what I know that these two, I do the topiary with 11-inch, for example, so it will be bigger, and I will use probably 11-inch or 5-inch inflated quite big. And I try the first one, I put here, I squeeze it very well, and I have to know that is exactly in the middle.
I see, okay, all right.
When it's exactly in the middle, this is the right size.
Yeah.
And I continue to produce the same size.
All right. And that's the great thing about an inflator like that premium twin air.
Absolutely.
once you have that number, it's easy.
It's easy, absolutely easy. And I have done with this, so
Yeah.
I didn't took too long time to do it,
Yeah.
even. Oh,
Okay.
now all these triplets that you see around the topiary can be filled with other things. For example, I have done this small, I don't know how to call this in English.
Tool.
It's tool, and I have done this poof.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't know how to call. So you can
spray. No,
yeah,
I don't know.
You can use in the middle.
That can be the
Just
question of the
in
week,
this way.
Alberto. What
Yeah.
what would you call that? There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the question of the week. So we got one.
Exactly. So you have to remember me
Yeah.
about this question. And also you can use a big flower, for
Yeah.
example, because the topiary come from topiary art that is connected with the gardener. So is this bush that when the people make shape with
Yes.
the bush, this is topiary.
Yeah.
No? And so normally we use also topiary to make a small tree or and in this case some flower like this can be very useful. So I can also use some flower and come out from this tree balloon cluster. I just tie them as tight as possible. Oh, these flowers I have found from between your shelves.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So
Lovely.
in this way, and then I can also put more. But before I want to use the stand, so I know exactly where to put them.
Okay.
Oh, about the stand, you can use any kind of stand. This is something that in the industry we use a lot. So you can absolutely use this, but other kind of stand are good as well.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. The name is Lumi
Yes.
Lumi dish and Lumi
Pedestal.
stand or pedestal.
Yeah.
So I already have done these clusters, are 4 balloon clusters in 2 different sizes. Now I have to cover the mechanic, but I want that we can see this dish because it's quite good to see the transparency also, and I can finish with another cluster. So I have like 2 clusters.
Yeah.
No, as a base. This is a traditional base.
Something on there. What is it? It's all right. Got it.
It's a traditional base, and you can finish by using doublets. This time are inflated again to 0.1 second. No, the same size as on the top, but I tie them together with a long gap, so I can pass through the cluster without make any damage very easily. I don't have to glue. Absolutely, don't glue the balloons. And just to feel a little bit, and in this way I can give a unity between the base and the top of this stand, because I am using the same color and basically even the same design. Even on the base.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Also here I can finish by using some of my. You have to find the
whatever.
We have to find the name. No? In this case, for example, I can tie 2 together, again, a gap. So another time, in the same way, I can find position for them. It can be longer, smaller, as you prefer.
Yeah.
And even here, I can put one of the flower.
It's amazing what you can do with a 260Q.
Yeah, with the 260, I have done everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, from at home I have a wardrobe, for example. It's not exactly a wardrobe. Is I don't know how to call exactly. Is something that I put inside balloons.
Okay.
It looks like a wardrobe, but it's not.
Okay.
And I have crashed the key.
Okay.
So I use the 260Q. I tie the 260Q inside, I pull outside, and then I lock the door in this way.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, every time it's just enough to think, and you can find millions ways to use
absolutely.
the 260Q. Okay, I remember you. I have left this space.
Should we put this down on the step here, so, and that way everybody can see that?
Okay, so I can just put the stand inside. Okay, in this way, and the last one I can put even, no, to cover the mechanic, no, like here. So it looks totally done. Yeah. I have to do it by using a piece of 260, like before I have done. So I tie it, and then, oh sorry, I have to.
That's all right.
I pull the 260 on the top. Maybe, yeah, thank you. Okay. I can pull the 260 over here. Can you see now?
Yeah.
So I can just find a place where I can wrap it around a couple of times.
Yeah.
This way. And then I arrange also the position of this.
Perfect.
Okay, so now it looks really full of balloons all around. And now I can finish. This is up to you how many of these tulle you want to put. If you want to use some other flower. If you want to see this composition as a 360-degree composition, so you have to fill everywhere, or maybe it's just a frontal one. Normally is for a table decor, so you have to arrange all around.
Yeah, yeah. So there's no set number you would use for this. You just do it until you feel it's right.
Yeah. These things normally is your eyes that you can see better where you want to add some element or maybe not.
What about lights? Do you ever put lights in these sort of things?
You can use lights. Right now there are many options also with these lights with battery, and you can produce fantastic effects.
Yeah.
It's when I started a few years ago, it was much more difficult to find these elements to finish your composition. If you want to put lights, it was not so easy.
Yeah.
It was now with we have more options. Okay.
Yeah.
And basically.
Yeah. Until you're happy with it.
Yeah. We can continue.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
Love it. That's great, Alberto. Now, I'd say that you have to ask the question of the week, but we already asked it. So the question is, what are we going to call those things?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think these should be called?
Call these elements that you can use. They are done out by using tulle.
Yep.
No, just small pieces, just small square shape of tulle like this, and then just a piece of 260.
Yeah.
No, just to close them in the middle, in this way.
Simple.
Very simple. Very.
But what should they be called?
Easy to do.
What should they be called? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Alberto, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon as well. And that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And why don't you check us out on Instagram as well? Right, stay positive, stay happy, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.